Governor Neil Abercrombie is out tonight. We will learn who the new leader of our island will be.
And a lot of people paying attention to this gubernatorial race tonight.
Our live team coverage continues with Catherine Cruz. She's standing by at the Japanese Cultural Center with David Ige's camp. Pamela Young surrounded by Mufi Hannemann supporters. But first, we're going to send it to the Pomaikai Ballroom with more on the Republican contender in this race, Duke Aiona.
Yeah, Paula and Yunji, over here at the Pomaikai Ballroom, you can see behind me that the stage is set. We have a bunch of volunteers here right now. We expect the ballroom to get a little bit more crowded in the coming hour. But as far as this campaign tonight, 65,000 votes. That's how many votes Duke Aiona fell short 4 years ago in 2010 when he unsuccessfully challenged Neil Abercrombie for governor. It remains to be seen whether he can make up that difference. He and his running mate, Elwin Ahu, have been going after what they say are pocketbook voters. Voters who over the last 4 years have seen their disposable income decrease while the cost of living skyrockets. Now, Duke Aiona says that he is more confident this time around than 4 years ago because he says the economic condition of the state has changed, and he says that those pocketbook voters could push him over the top, giving him that more than 65,000 vote difference that 4 years ago did him in. You fast forward 4 years, and the opponent is different in State Senator David Ige. However, the challenge remains just as monumental. Are you going to get enough voters to fill in that Republican ticket in a state that leans very heavily Democratic? So the stage is set here tonight. We'll see if Duke Aiona can make up that difference from 4 years ago and get more than the 65,000 votes that he lost by in 2010. We'll send it back to you, Paul and Yunji.
All right, thank you so much, Andrew. Independent candidate Mufi Hannemann has spent the last few days getting out the vote. He believes voters will choose him because they're sick of attack ads between his competitors. Tonight, we caught up with him in his camp at Kit Dillingham Plaza. KITV4's Pamela Young is there where the excitement is building.
Thanks, Yunji and Paula. One of the things you can always count on at the Mufi Hannemann headquarters is a big party, lots of good food, thanks to the loyal supporters who have been with him for nearly 5 decades of public service. Supporters like Sandra Sagisi, who is helping with the campaign. Now, throughout this campaign, Mufi has been determined to keep it positive and not get into negative ads. Why was that important to him?
I think it's important because, most of all, a lot of people have realized that there were a lot of negative campaigning on both sides, and he just wanted to say, hey, you know what, this election is for the people. I want to make sure that people vote on the fact that he has executive experience. It's exactly what we need for a leader to be in the governor's position.
While his opponents have been slugging it out in those negative ads, has that registered with the voters, you think?
I think so. I think a lot of people realize that it's all about the leadership. It's all about his accomplishments. And the fact that Mufi Hannemann has worked for two Democratic presidents and also 2 Republicans, it's so important to know that he's a guy that's qualified. You know, when you are in a sinking ship, you want a leader that can actually man that ship, and that's exactly what we need in the state of Hawaii.
Okay, thank you, Sandra Sagisi. And we will see if that message has resonated with voters after the first printout. Back to you.
Thank you so much, Pam. Gubernatorial candidate David Ige pulled off a dramatic upset during the primary election, unseating current Governor Neil Abercrombie. KITV4's Catherine Cruz live from the Democratic contenders camp tonight. Catherine.
Well, Yunji, I think a lot of folks are really curious to see how the undecided vote goes. They were concerned that Mufi Hannemann will be the spoiler in this race as he's drawing from both the Republicans and the Democratic camp. Now, here at the Democrats' Coordinated Campaign Center for the night, here at the JCC, what's nice about this event is that it's right around the corner from David Ige's campaign headquarters at the Varsity Building. Now, a few months ago, a lot of folks may not have known who David Ige was, and if he could really pull this win. He did in the primary, which I think shocked everybody, probably even the candidate himself. But now he's going to have to figure out what he's going to do if he can actually pull off this race, as the polls have all said that it's looking like he probably will. We'll see if he taps any of his fellow lawmakers as possible directors in his cabinet. So a lot of things to look at as we go through this. Again, the ball ballroom here is starting to fill up. A lot of the campaign volunteers are filing in here. They brought in trays of food. I'm told the lineup's going to be Brother Nolan as well as Andy Bumatai. So I think folks are ready for a good party. And this is where we're going to be all night long, and we hope you stay tuned with us.
All right, thanks, Catherine. I will be checking back with you as the night progresses.